Welcome! In this segment we'll be discussing digital collections in New York. Digital collections can contain a variety of material, and these are just some examples of digitized material available online, and they can range from physical things like books and articles to actual sound and video that have been digitized and put up on the internet available for you. So digital collections can be created by anyone, but they're mainly created by companies, universities, libraries, and historical associations. One of the digital repositories I'd like to talk about today is SUNY DSpace. And SUNY DSpace is the digital repository for all of the 64 SUNY institutions. So SUNY DSpace gives those SUNY institutions a place to share their digitized collections to other SUNYs and to the community because it's free and available for anyone to use. Let's take a look at the SUNY DSpace website, and it's dspace.sunyconnect.suny.edu. So here at the SUNY DSpace website, they have a variety of ways you can search their collections. You can put in keywords, you can do advanced searches, and you can browse by communities, collections, issue date, authors, titles, and subjects. This list is all of the SUNYs, and then if I go to communities and collections, you'll see a breakout of all the collections available. SUNY ESF is listed here. They're much further down on the list. And under SUNY ESF, we do have a number of collections right now. And there's SUNY ESF where we're at the bottom there. And so right now we have digitized collections of all the covers of the Empire Forester Yearbook. We have some wonderful materials from Fletcher Steele, which was a landscape architect. And we have a couple other collections there. So you would click on those, and you can search within those, and you can actually view images. So we're going to go to the Fletcher Steele manuscript collection, and it'll give a nice description of what that collection is, and you can start to view things. So when I click on these, it'll actually bring up photographs or plans, whatever was digitized. So again, SUNY DSpace, go to DSpace Home, is a place for SUNYs to share information from their collections. And a lot of this information is going to be information from archives and special collections because of the material itself, maybe the quality of the material or the age of material or rarity of the material. Some SUNYs choose to digitize this and make it available in that format. And this is great too because you can come here and you can see what the other SUNY institutions have available. And again, it's a lot of archival and special collections. So again, be sure to check out SUNY DSpace, a great resource for SUNY information. Okay, the next collection that I would like to mention to you for digital resources, the New York State Digital Archives. That's the website for the New York State Digital Archives. And this is a brief description. The New York State Archives, the New York State Library, and the New York State Museum have come together and they've created a portal where you can view all of their digitized materials on a variety of topics. And a lot of that is going to be governmental related because it is New York State Library. Let's take a look at the New York State Library website. New York State Library. I just have to do a Google search for it there. And there's the digital collections of the New York State Library. And you can browse it, you can search it. There's a variety of ways. And again, this is the archives, the museum, and the library for New York State. So again, a wonderful resource for digital items relating to New York State. The next item I'd like to talk about is New York Heritage. NewYorkHeritage.org is a wonderful place where you can go and view distinct digital collections that are specifically about New York State. And these digital collections are done by local historical associations, colleges, libraries, and they're all specifically related to New York State. And again, you go to one place, NewYorkHeritage.org, and you can search all of those resources from one portal. Let's go ahead and take a look at New York Heritage. Here's the New York Heritage website, again, NewYorkHeritage.org. And from here I can do a basic search, I could do an advanced search, I could browse collections, so I could view to see all the institutions and all the titles of the collections. And there's a wonderful wide variety. This is a very exciting web page. This is a collaboration of, again, small historical associations, libraries, museums, a wonderful variety of collections that are now available through this one interface, again, New York Heritage. Now, I haven't done any searches yet. I just want to show you an example search of what you could use this for. If I'm at SUNY ESF, for example, and I'm a faculty or a student and I'm doing research on something like Green Lakes, I could come here and type in Green Lakes, and it will search all across all of those collections and bring back for me all of the historical information. So for example, I could click on a photograph, and it will bring up the full view of the photograph and a really great description. This happens to be a photo from 1894, and it tells me everything I need to know about this, where it was taken, and if I want to see the actual physical item, it's telling me who has this. So there's a nice little catalog record for the item. Wonderful item, just wonderful. And again, from the New York Heritage site, you can browse by collections, or again, you could just put in your topic. Let me put in Onondaga Lake really quick, Onondaga Lake. And again, I can come here, this will search across the board, and again, it'll bring back photos and historical documents. And again, these are items that are in small historical associations sometimes. They're at colleges, they're at libraries, and now they're available to you on this wonderful online interface. I can go in, I can type in keywords, or I can browse, and now this information is at my fingertips. And again, each record tells you what library or what institution they came from, so if you want to actually visit the collection, you can find out who owns those physical items. Okay, let's head back to our PowerPoint presentation. I'd like to talk about the New York Public Library for a moment. The New York Public Library is another great resource for New York-related digitized images. Currently, the New York Public Library has over 800,000 digitized images. And again, these are things that you can't use in the library, or you have to make special appointments for. Illuminated manuscripts, historical maps, vintage posters. So again, these things are now available to you from their website. This is a screen capture of the New York Public Library and their digital gallery page. So we've talked about a number of digitized collections. I have just touched on the tip of the iceberg. We talked about DSpace, which is special for the SUNYs. We talked about the New York Public Library. We talked about the New York State Library. And we talked about New York Heritage. Very different groups that have collaborated to put those digital collections up on the internet, but all related to New York State, and they're all wonderful resources. So these are all great things for you to find out historical information about New York, and I hope they're going to help with your research. Remember, when you find the digital collections, choose the right search option. There's keywords, there's advanced search, you can browse. So be sure to check one of these out, and I hope you have a fun time using them. They're great resources. That's all for now. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you next time.